The National Development Plan identifies tourism as one of the key pillars in growing the economy of South Africa. The National Tourism Sector Strategy, as approved by Cabinet, projects that by the year 2020, South Africa will be among the top 20 destinations in the world.
In line with the National Tourism Sector Strategy, there's a projection that by 2020, South Africa, which is currently ranked 33 globally, will be amongst the top 20 destinations. And that gives us a horizon of 5 years. Now, that has serious implications for us as Destination Northwest because we carry the same vision. Our intention is that by 2020, Destination Northwest should be amongst the top 4 destinations in South Africa. And there are key fundamental things that we need to start doing. One of it is we need to increase our market spend because that market spend, the return would be in increased levels of arrivals. We're currently sitting at 606,000 international arrivals. The intention is that by 2020, we should increase that to 1.2 million arrivals. And 2, domestically, we're currently harvesting about 1.2 million domestic trips. The intention is that by 2020, we should at least increase that to 4 million domestic trips. Now, the recapitalization and the commercialization of our airports, which is Pilanesberg and Mafikeng, are very central in getting these numbers to where we want to see them in the next coming 5 years.
The tourism sector remains a major driver for economic development and growth in South Africa, particularly in the Northwest Province, to create jobs, alleviate poverty, and reduce inequality.
At the Brand Northwest Tourism, we will continue to refresh and refine all our marketing activities to get more and more travelers and visitors from around our shores, and most importantly, Africa as a whole, to consider us as the #1 destination in South Africa. Brand Northwest Tourism is therefore our marketing force and custodian of our global destination brand to the world. We must tell the world about a destination that is truly remarkable, with warm people, breathtaking scenery, and unrevealed value for money. Our fauna and flora, our structure and institutions. Again, what is close to my heart and needs to be given full attention is the Dr. Rusi Khomusi Mumpati Heritage Road that joins Dr. Kenneth Kaunda District. That route has a potential, but it needs to be unleashed, especially when coming to branding the signage issues.
Furthermore, the National Tourism Sector Strategy projects an increase on GDP growth from 8% to 20% come the year 2020. The tourism sector will create 225,000 jobs and mobilize 35 billion rand in investments in tourism infrastructure by the year 2020.
Do not assume we all know where this place is. I've been driving for 2.5 hours. If we want to provide global, sophisticated service, give as much detail as you can. Give me a GPS. Oscar, I just Googled Moses Kota. GPS took me 2 hours away from here. And all I needed, I got 10 minutes as I'm approaching 2 hours. What's the venue? It's not in the invitation. The venue is here. So as we improve, I think detail is very important. We want to attract people from outside this area and outside the Northwest. We mustn't assume that everyone knows where this district is. And I think that's very important, even in a website, those details. Secondly, my second little small input is I keep hearing since kids now we were #4, now we're #7. And the comments are suggesting that we should go back to #4. I want to assume that we want to not think that way. We want to say, no, forget #7, #4, our target should be #1.
Domestic tourism will be the bedrock of the tourism sector, which will increase domestic tourism GDP to 60% of the tourism overall towards GDP. 5 million more domestic holiday trips will be created within the sector by 2020. The Premier of the Northwest pronounced during the SOPA in 2014 the strategic importance of the tourism sector within the economy of the Northwest provincial economy. The tourism sector has been identified as one of the key pillars alongside agriculture and culture to drive economic growth and development in the province in the next coming 5 years. In response to the National Tourism Sector Strategy, the newly established Department of Tourism has identified the finalization of the following 3 key strategies. These include the Provincial Tourism Sector Strategy, the Provincial Events Tourism Events Strategy, the Provincial Heritage and Culture Strategy. The department recognizes and acknowledges the challenges faced by the provincial tourism sector, particularly the declining international visitor arrivals, which also includes limited domestic trips being undertaken in the province.
We are really urging the government and your department to support this vision of tourism by providing necessary infrastructure. Ka gore tse dingwe di setse di le teng, go na le matlo a magologolo, go na le matlo a sa dirisiweng tse e leng gore di ka baakangwa gore e nne di homestay e be nne di B&Bs, but without the necessary infrastructure the tourism in the Northwest will remain just a dream.
The department convened 4 district makgotla to consult with key provincial stakeholders to address the key challenges, including proposals to grow the tourism economy of the province. The department hosted the first tourism lekgotla of the 5th administration in Muruleng village to give practical expression to the policy pronouncement by the Premier to promote tourism within the villages, townships and small dorpies.
Ke motsamaisi wa setheo se sa motlobo wa ditso wa Mphebatho Museum. Museum ka Setswana ke motlobo, ske la makala gore ke bua ka eng, ke bua ka motlobo. Ke setheo se se launchitsweng ka 1999 ke Kgosi Lentswe wa bobedi wa sa tlholeng a le mo botshelong e le toro ya Kgosi Nyalala Pilane gore a boloke history kgotsa ditiragalo tsa morafe wa Bakgatla for bana ba batlang ka fo morago. Ntlo e museum le mo go yone ne le sekolo se se agilweng ka 1937 ke ka nako ya Kgosi Offense. Mo go yona ga yaanong ka ditlhabololo tse di nnileng teng e tshwere se se bitswang Indigenous Knowledge System ke room ka mare ya ntlha ya bobedi e tshwere history ka botlalo ya Bakgatla ba Kgafela e be go nna le dilo lebenkele kgotsa ntlwana e bolokang dilo tse di dirilweng ka diatla ke batho ba mogae ka gonne re sa batle go tsenya sepe se se tswang ka kontle mo craft shopong e. And then go na le a coffee shop e leng gore e setsentse e tlo bereka mo bogaufing. And then mo gare ga museum le kereke e kgologolo ya Dutch Reform go settlement ya Kgosi Pilane e leng ka mo Phakeng go tsere fela bontlhangwe ba yona 20% of the settlement ya ga Pilane e leng within the park go e bontsha fa.
The following constitute the 2015 Tourism Lekgotla resolutions.
South African tourism is very key, colleagues. I think their budget is R1 billion. And you know our marketing budget with Choco is about 8 million rands. So you can see the big variance. Those that are not mathematically challenged. I'm sure you know the difference between R1 billion and 8 billion. That explains why we need to stand, sit, eat in South African tourism offices. We need to establish that office again next to SA Tourism so that our staff must be there permanently, so that we can get information, we can benefit from the programs. There is no better marketing agency in this continent than South African Tourism. And if we are very far from them, we will not benefit. But we are also saying, going forward, the BRICS markets are going to be very key to us. Brazil in particular, Russia, very big in hunting and adventure, India, and China. Let me conclude by making my favorite commercial, and I know Mukhashwa will be listening, and I know I've bought you for all these years. I know you are bored, but let me say it anyway, just to celebrate the legacy and life of Mama Grace Masuku. It's a very intellectual commercial. If you do not understand it, you can just laugh, because others will also laugh. The story, the famous story of the mouse and the elephant. Now the mouse, and when I say elephant, please don't look at it. A mouse and an elephant were going through an old bridge, and this bridge was somewhere in Africa, because it can only be in Africa. When the colonial masters left, they left with the master plan, so they can't maintain. In the process of crossing the bridge, because of the size of the elephant, and again I emphasize, don't look at it, the bridge was heavily shaken. But you know, the issue is not size. Size does not count. Now, an elephant can live up until 100 years. Drinks 180 liters of water every day. Eats 300 kilograms of food every day. The gestation period for some of the men in here is 22 months. Spermatology capacity is 300 grams, as opposed to the 6 centimeters that we meet out. Now you can imagine, this bridge is heavily shaken. But you know, the dichotomy is that the elephant was not even aware that the bridge was shaking. So in the process of crossing on the safe side, the mouse says, and I quote, "Man, we shook the bridge." Do you understand the joke? Size does not count. But I explained that the dichotomy is that the elephant was not even aware that the bridge was shaking. But the beauty is that the mouse is always vigilant, that history is going to be revisited one day. And when they revisit that history, I was part of the shaking of the bridge. Despite the size that I occupy on that bridge, the space was occupied by my size. That is what the Northwest must do. In 2020, we must boldly say, we shook the bridge.